I got a dog 2 years ago, Corgi, and she is very much so my sidekick. I've been with my fiance for 5 years. My fiance does like the dog, but she's currently pregnant and experiencing massive migraines and has been snapping at everything. Alright? I don't know what it's like to be pregnant, but I'm sure it's probably a very difficult thing. So every morning when I get up, I find my fiance already awake and at the table relaxing. As soon as I get out of the bed, my dog goes nuts. It's like a super energy where she is running sideways, barking up a storm, jumping from the bed to the floor a million times, causing the apartment to shake because it's old as fuck, etc. And I will sit there and sing made up songs to her and just fuck around with her. It is pretty noisy and I can be loud. It's just my way of interacting with my pet. I also have ADHD. Okay. I love, it'd probably be best to say to not go making fun of these people just to be safe. I'm not, we're not going to be making fun of them. But we will be judging them. I like this, thing that people do on the subreddit where they will divulge, other information. Because I think it's, a interesting argument tactic. Where, you include other information that might not really be necessary or pertinent to what's going on, to the crux of the issue. But every Am I the Asshole post has something like this. It's by the way, I'm a 80-year-old man. So I'm fully aware that I can be ridiculously loud and sometimes I simply forget to tone it down. Okay, that's fair. My fiance has complained about it a few times and I will absolutely try to tone it down for a while. But as fucked up as it sounds, the second she stops complaining and it's out of sight, out of mind, I start doing it again. If I catch myself, I apologize immediately, but sometimes I don't catch myself doing it. Ow. Thank you. So here's a question. If you're playing with your dog and you're being really, really loud, why not just go outside? Why not just your wife is pregnant. She's oh, it's noisy. It's I'm having a headache. It really hurts. Could you go outside? Be oh yeah, sure. Let me take Corgi for a walk. So she has been getting up earlier than normal because she says she needs peace and quiet away from you and the dog. Okay? Because she can't hear herself think when we get up and then she starts getting migraines and being overall pissed off. Hey, don't you just hate it when your wife or your partner just gets migraines and is pissed off at you? But now she is complaining because I can sense her not in the bed anymore. Probably after 20 minutes of her being gone and her warmth no longer there, and then I'm wide awake. And the dog senses it, And so she's now getting pissed because she thinks I'm purposely not letting her have space and purposely annoying her with my behaviors. Wait, what? So is he waking up earlier? Yeah, I don't quite follow the line of reasoning here. Is he waking up earlier now because his wife is waking up earlier? But it seems like it, I guess. I've tried just laying in bed for a while so she can relax, but I get stir crazy. And I also don't feel like I should have stayed in bed so she can be alone when I live here too. Just go outside. Outside? Just go on a walk. No, that's fair. I get when you sleep with another person and they wake up first. Typically the other person wakes up too. But I feel all the conflict here could have been solved with you have a dog. Don't you have to walk your dog first thing in the morning? Can't you just you're waking up every morning, going by your bedside with your dog, be you can't just take that outside? But she flipped this morning. I felt her sneaking out of bed this morning at 5 a.m. and tiptoe out of the room. I watched her sit at the table with her book. Well, the dog saw me awake and immediately goes ballistic, jumping on the bed, whining, barking, etc. She comes in and say, "Will you guys calm down so I can have time to myself for once?" I just side-eye her because I'm getting pissed at this point with her demands. She says, "Well, I tell her to get over herself. Just because she's pregnant doesn't mean I have to change who I am or change how household works or change my dynamic with the dog." Dude, that's your wife. That is your wife with your child. She's like spending energy and resources. Her body is like going through nutritional, like her body is like doing the biology necessary to like nurture another human being inside of her. Okay, whatever, like fiance, that is your partner that is like pregnant with your offspring, right? Like, wife or not, that is still like your partner that is like carrying another human being. Like, I don't know what that's like, but I imagine that must be like very, very difficult. And King Khalil, thank you for coming by. Welcome to the classroom. We're just doing a little bit of Am I the Asshole before we get into it. Her being pregnant does mean he has to change how he is. And it's like not even a big change, right? Like, all she's like, "Oh, will you guys calm down so I can have some time off? Sure, honey. Let me just take the dog outside." That's not a big like thing to change about yourself. Like, all of this could have been easily resolved with the, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go ahead take like Fido here on a walk every morning so that you can just have some like alone time." But instead, you put your hand on like the nuclear football and you were like, "Shut the fuck up, get over it." Why? That's like an insane response to such like a mild request. You know what it is? I blame the internet. I'm gonna be like a real fucking boomer here and just blame the internet and be like, "Oh, it's cause like on the internet everyone tries to escalate." She immediately left after telling me to go fuck myself and won't answer my calls. She's been gone for 6 hours. I'm sorry, but yeah, you're the asshole, dude. You're the asshole. This mindset is how women get branded as nags when in reality their partners can't just hold the smallest bit of consideration for others. Your partner's literally sneaking out of bed in the early morning hours just to have a moment in peace and quiet and relax. And you can't let her have it because if she isn't actively complaining, you can't respect her need for a few minutes of quiet. So true. He's a dickhead and an asshole. I'm glad that this one is like kind of clear cut. Like, you're just an asshole, you know. And I get it. Well, I don't get it because I've never lived with a pregnant woman. But I imagine that being pregnant comes with a lot of mood changes, comes with a lot of like ups and downs. I'd be like, you know what? You are harboring another human being. That's probably exhausting. I could never do that. So whatever you need, I'm just gonna abide by it.